implement that program and also evaluate its implementation. So we are expecting that after we have done justice with this unit standard, that the safety and health policy, it is to be explained thoroughly in terms of the impact on the implementation of a management program, that the importance and purpose of implementing safety and health management program components in the workplace is explained in terms of the consequences to health and safety of individuals and impact on the production. Now, we are also expecting the importance of integrating safety and health consideration in all routine activities is explained in terms of the consequences of health and safety individuals and impact on production as well. So here we are also, explaining the requirements for the implementation of safety and health management program in your workplace. So a fundamental question is that we have an understanding of what is an occupational health and safety program, which we is known as OHNC and S health. Occupational health and safety. Now, a health and safety program is a definite plan of action designed to prevent accidents and occupational diseases. A health and safety program must include the elements required by the health and safety legislation as a minimum. Now, because organizations differ, obviously, a program developed for one organization cannot necessarily be expected to meet the needs of the other. This document summarizes the general elements of a health and safety program. So this will help small or smallest or the smaller organizations to develop programs to deal with their specific needs. This is, because many small and medium-sized enterprises, they lack resources of like that of the large organizations. Then it is even more vital that the small, medium enterprises involves all employees in health and safety activities. Like we had injected earlier, the more comprehensive the program is, the more employees involved can be expected, to advance. Now, remember we spoke about the importance of formulation of the policy. If you do not have a policy on occupational health and safety in your workplace, you will have to influence that there be a policy that is constructed by the governance body, including the senior management. Now, the policy statement which you will advocate for, here we are really giving synopsis that an organization's occupational health and safety policy is a statement of principles and general rules that serve as guides for action. Senior management must be committed to ensuring that the policy is carried out with no exceptions. Health and safety policy should have the same importance as the other policies of the organization. Now, here, why are we saying comparison of policies? That we need not to have other policies that adhere to and others are not adhered to. Here, we make example of a simple thing to say there's a policy in your workplace on when you get paid, how much you get paid, and what your position is in your workplace. There's no way that that policy will never be adhered to. All the time, you get paid on 25, the 30, or on the first, and the company always adhere to that policy. Now, the same must be done with the policy on occupational health and safety. You must ensure that there is a proper adherence to the policy of occupational health and safety, like with other policies that exist in your workplace. Now, the policy statement can be just brief, but should mention at least this following: that management's commitment to protect the safety and health of employees, the objective of the program, the organization's basic health and safety philosophy, who is accountable for occupational health and safety programs, the general responsibilities of all employees, that health and safety shall not be sacrificed for expediency, that unacceptable performance of health and safety duties will never and will not be tolerated. So these, at least, are the brief that must be injected in your policy statement. That your policy should be stated in clear, ambiguous and unequivocal terms, that it be signed by the incumbent CEO, kept to date, communicated to each employee, adhered to all work activities. So it's important that you ensure that all the colleagues are informed of policies. Every policy, every employee must know about, so that they know the rules, they know what is expected of them, and adherence therefore shall be the order of the day. So immediately you have drafted this, you need that then to communicate with your colleagues. Now here is just an example of an occupational health and safety policy statement. Now, what is influenced this? It will be about maybe the company, yeah, ABC Transport, that will say to all employees, and it is written the date of the policy, and then at ABC Transport Safety, and now this is a policy statement. Then to this end, all supervisors, so these are the instructions which are therefore emanating from how you construct your policy. It must be clear, it must have management committee, all those things. So this is just an example which you can go through because it is there within your documents. Now, what are the program elements? While organizations will have different needs and scope for specific elements required in their health and safety program, the following basic items should be considered in each case. Now, individuals who are responsible join occupational health safety committee, health and safety rules, correct work procedure, employee orientation, training, workplace inspections, reporting and investigating accidents, emergency procedures, medical and first aid, health and safety promotion, workplace specific items. So this is basic items that must at all times be considered in the scope of for specific elements when it comes to health and safety program. So how do you at least establish a correct work procedure? Now, correct work procedures are the safest way of doing a job instruction, monitoring performance, and accident investigation. Now, job safety analysis, also known as job hazard analysis, is the first step in developing the correct procedure. In this analysis, each task of the specific job is examined to identify hazards and to determine the safest way to do the job. Now, job safety analysis, they involved that of they select the job, break down the job into sequences steps, identify the hazards, define preventative measures. So here we also speak of the critical job that are including those that were frequent accidents, severe accidents, potential for severe, new and modified job, infrequently performed jobs such as maintenance. Now, job and safety analysis is generally carried out by observing a worker doing the job. Members of a joint health and safety committee should participate in this process. The reason for the exercise must be clearly explained to the worker, emphasizing that the job, not the individual, is being studied. Another approach useful in analysis of frequently performed or new job is a group discussion. So here we are also suggesting that maybe as you are going to meet with your senior management and maybe possibly with the governance structures, you should motivate that at least can the company formulate a policy or incorporate in the performance appraiser that if you are a member of occupational health and safety, you also be measured on your input or your value in the committee, so that it enhances maybe your points there on appraisals or so forth. So you just say, no, when you do your performance appraisals, Can you kindly check as well? Have questionnaires that speaks to the responsibilities that I play, the role that I play in the occupational health and safety, and then it ticks the green and the box there, which will at least enhance your points when they are doing performance appraisals. It's also important, apart from the fact that we need to ensure that there are analyses that are provided to ensure that people's roles are therefore observed in that fashion. So here we have a worksheet template which you can make use of in order for you to be able to can have the analysis of job safety. That if you have this position, what comes with your position, what are the responsibilities, what are the safety there, and all those things, measures, what is needed for you to observe PPE and all that. So then we ask another fundamental question by asking as to what why is employee orientation important? It is health and safety education should start with employee orientation when an employee joins the organization or transferred to a new job. It has been found that inexperienced workers in general are involved in accidents at a higher rate than others, while experience can only be gained through time. Both health and safety education and job skills training can be used to improve this record. Now, it is important that because we make an example of I don't know how you were orientated, but normally when orientation is done in many companies, is that you will only be told about policies. Maybe they will tell you about a code of conduct. They will also tell you about maybe some policies that you work at 8, you chase a for, you know, they will tell you that. Now it's rare that they will orientate you about the safety in a workplace to say the exit door is there, here is the box of first aid, so we need to ensure that when there's a new person or a new person that is you are being taken to a particular department, you are also orientated on the issues of occupational health and safety in terms of the policy. So some more of the items that are related to health and safety, which must be included in the orientation, is that emergency procedures must be communicated. The location of first aid station must be shown to this new employee. Health and safety responsibility, including those specified by legislation, reporting of injuries and safe conditions, and acts, use of protective personal equipment or personal protective equipment, right to refuse hazardous work. It is very important that you communicate this while you are doing orientation, because people, when you are new in job, you fear raising your concern because you think during your probation they can even cut you off. So it's important that you read the right of people, that they must know if you are taken to an area that is hazardous, you must refuse to work there. So this must come with your policy and in the orientation, that you saw that the room you are given has a lot of hanging ceilings, and cables are out of electricity, they are just loose, and they are hazardous, that area. So you have a right to choose that no, 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 you are not going to work there. So this must be part of the orientation, that hazards, including those outside own work area, they are also communicated, and orientation must also do that. Reasons for each health and safety rule, there must be part of them of that. So here we also speak about the importance of a new employee can be expected to absorb only a certain amount of information in the first few days. So it's a fact that when you are educated, orientated of what is expected or what is good to be done, it's not at all materials that you will find people are tearing because you absorb only few information. Maybe at times that is of what you are expected to do, but not broadly. So we are also having a buddy system, is a useful follow-up to an initial orientation. So what is a buddy system? It's like you being appointed or assigned someone who will mentor you, who has been working policies into specific job practices and to raise awareness and skill level to an acceptable standard. While all employees can benefit from health and safety training, special attention should be given to the training of supervisors, trainers, and workers. Now, occasions when employee training may be required: commencement of employment, reassignment, introduction of a new equipment, inadequate performance. So, why is this important that we design consistent and constant training program? It is because obviously, number one, laws are bound to change. Therefore, it will influence policy to change. We make a typical example about the current well spoken about new act, yeah, the two-pot system, which was not there before, especially for those that contribute on their provident fund. That the two-pot system, it's an act which many companies will then have to formulate policy that will speak to your contribution and how you can benefit from the two-pot and so forth. So it is important that your the service provider of your provident continues to provide you with capacity, with the training as to what then is the new policy, what then can be expected and all that. So Lorona, as the Occupational Health and Safety Committee or structure, we need to formulate a constant program which is of training to ensure that our people are capacitated, whether they are new or is just a refresher. It is very key. Now, there's a safety management system. Now, as an employer, it is your responsibility to maintain a safety and healthy workplace. A safety and health management system or safety program can help you focus your efforts at improving your work environment. Whatever you call it, your plan describes what the people in your organization do to prevent injuries and illnesses at your workplace. Now, your organization will have its own unique system reflecting your way of doing business, the hazards of your work, and how you manage the safety and health of the employees. So it's important that there is such a management of safety that you will inform your colleagues to say, in your work, where now because you are going to work as a gardener, you must ensure that you are wearing your overall and boots. Where now because you are a mem, but that 3 piece here, a pinky to go and you don't need to wear the boots or so forth, but at least you don't need much in your field or your position. So this must be part of the policy that we'll have formulated, and also safety management system. So now, if you manage a small business in a low-risk industry, your system may simply involve listening to your employees' concerns and responding to them. A large business in a hazardous industry may have notebooks full of written policies and procedures and a full-time safety director. Yeah, in a big company, there are a lot of policies, I'm telling you. That speaks to almost everything, including the stationery, how long you must use a pen and all those things. What makes a successful system? A successful system will be part of your overall business operation, as important as the other things you or do to succeed in business. Successful safety and health systems have the following in place: one, trends or common factors, survey employees, review inspections report, learn. Um, you must learn the Occupational Safety and Health Act regulations, and then inspect your workplace for safety and health problems. We will have a checklist, of course, and all that. So once you know the hazards, you can decide how to control them. If you know them, if you don't know them, matata fail. Now prioritize the hazard you found, which are hello.
Remind you about the time. It's 15:36 now.
Okay, no, that is noted. I believe we'll continue on the comply with regulation on the next sitting. Colleagues, I really wish to thank you for your patience today and your participation for this unit standard. I want to open for a few minutes if there are questions of clarity or if there is any concern or compliment or any other factor you'll want to inject so that we're able to can take care of. Alternatively, we can propose closure. Is there anyone who seeks to make a submission? Okay. Silence means everything is proper. Lindwe,
Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to
after.
ask about the yesterday's session. We didn't receive the formative assessment, and I've
Okay.
asked about it. And the second question that I'm having, am I correct if I'm doing my work online, typing, not writing?
Okay, no, thank you very much. I know there's a particular policy that speaks about typing and writing because sometimes they want to see your handwriting when they measure. Because typing, I can do it for you, and I think the seat are expecting to see. They also check the handwriting by the way when they do the assessment. But I can leave it to my admin office to advise on that. Can they, because we are sending them the soft copies which are on Word format, which affords them to can edit and respond using their computer. Admin, IHESA, kindly advise if they need to write using a pen or they can type if they are able to can type. And then there are some unit standard that will only have summative. I will confirm if this is one of them and that will not have formative. So I will confirm that. Admin, you can respond to other questions. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mhlompe. So, Lindy, for purpose of compliance, the sitters they want us to write using black pen on all the summative formative, including log sheets and all that. They are avoiding that we can someone can do it for you. So they also use your handwriting to measure if the work was done by you and that there is consistency in terms of the writing on your document. So if you have started by typing, we really apologize for not clarifying this earlier, but we are making a commitment that your physical documents will be sent. You will receive them very soon, very, very soon, probably before the end of this week. As we are happy that we had been submitting your addresses so that you'll start to do your work. So I hope we have responded to your productive question. If not,
Yes, you
we are
did.
able to. All right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
sir.
very much. All is well. All is well, lady. Thank you so much. Happiness, you have the floor.
Good afternoon. My question is, what about those who have already written on the soft copy, like myself? I was writing on the soft copy, typing. So that means when the delivery happens, I'll have to start afresh again.
I don't like to be the one to bear the bad news, but unfortunately, being placed at this position, that is true. You will have to start afresh by using your pen, writing on a physical document, which we're going to send to you, because they want hard copies at the SITA, and the hard copies are, of course, those that you will have used your pen and your handwriting on them. Yazwakala Mosebines.
Yes, Agala, but it's not fair.
Yeah, no, that I can't dispute. I can't really dispute. We are just trying to do what is required. Obviously, you will agree that the delay for delivery was as per us not delivering on time because of the addresses and the names that were sent were not as per who we received here. So we will give you sufficient time to populate those documents when you receive them. We won't disrupt you so that you are able to can focus and finish. And we really are sympathetic with yourselves and apologize in that order. So all shall be well. Happiness, I see you want to come back.
Yes, I don't know because how long is the training going to take? Is it gonna end of August or September? Because we have other exams and other studies that we are also doing. The time that you will be allocated to us, will it be enough for us to take a break, maybe even continue with other work? Because this is not the only training that we are doing.
Yeah, no. I think by by second week of August, we will have been we will have done the theoretical part. We will be left with practical with which we can do in 2-3 days. So we are anticipating to finish very soon because at the rate that we are, things might be as not anticipated. So we're supposed to be with yourself, I think, for 75 days or so, but it was based on how far we will have gone by pushing the unit standards so that we comply. So I don't think we will arrive there by September, late September or so. No. Probably mid August will have done, or earlier than that, because we are pushing. I can assure you, there's a lot that we have done. So we'll give you sufficient time to populate those documents. I commit. Nhlanhla, Moses.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm in a noisy place. I'm seeing the chat box when I'm writing my name for the register. It says you are no longer a participant. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think Lindwe, Lindwe also mentioned that. Admin, can you kindly advise there? What is the technology saying when it rejects people there? Are you aware that there are people who are trying to type on the chat and it says they are not members and so forth? Can you kindly advise, admin? Do you know of that case? What does that mean? Nhlanhla Lindiwe, I trust you are responded to with regards to that issue. It's a
Yes.
technical error which was influenced by technology, which sometimes, overpowers us. So you are still with
Thank you.
us, and yeah, we are still together. Lindiwe, do you want to come back, or should we really
Yes,
close the session?
I'm marking the register. I'm present.
All is well in the colleagues. We we see you, Abel. We see you, Nhlanhla. We see you, Bitsoko. Evodia, Happiness. Jabulani, Kamuhelo, Kilebukile, Kaukelo. Lerato, Ngwana Mangope. Lindelani.
Hi,
Ewe.
I'm
And
also in attendance. I'm sharing my screen with Mr. Richard Revimbi, just in case you don't see me.
la la. Thank you so
Lindo
much.
Kohle Hadebe.
Oh, Lindo Batu. All right. Thank you,
I'm
Revimbi
here.
here. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
We see my kids as well here. Londi Weku Lily number two. And then Lindikaya, Nhlanhla, Non-Nhlanhla, Dombi Wamaseko. Yeah. Sylvia Roboni, Tabisile Roboni Wanesu. Banabiso Leboni. I don't know who are joining le mang re mo utlwe voice ya hae.
Oh, Panyan Rachel, ke joinele le Ntombi Maseko.
La Raichi, hi. All right.
Hello.
So is there anyone who joined with somebody? Okay. Yeah, so all is noted. We are very much thankful. We meet again very soon. We continue to humble ourselves before yourself for any error that may have occurred, any unjust, which one might be that you have not received the physical documents as yet to start to populate them, and leaving you to a lot of work. We humble ourselves. You know, this thing that introduced to us of AR, of doing things remotely, sometimes come with some circumstances. So I trust you shall bear with us. We are together, and IHESA is very much positive towards this training, and we are thankful for your commitment. We meet again very soon. Haibe, after the rest of the afternoon, a productive, and the evening, a handla holo, le family molente. Galeboa bana beso.